Yes, indeedy. It is Wednesday, and this is my weekly video. I took a week off last week. I think I might have just done a live prospecting video or something like that. But today, what I'm looking to talk about right now is dialers. This is specifically for my agents. And point number one, agents, do not show up to any appointment looking like this. The reason I'm dressed this way today is because this has been a rare day that I have not had an appointment. And when you have a lot of appointments and you're going on showings and you're going on listing appointments and things like this, you take advantage of these days off to get some stuff together and just be casual and relaxed. And that is what I'm doing today. I sat out on my deck and I did a bunch of work, a bunch of admin work. I didn't even make calls today, and I'm cool with that. Look, today I want to talk about dialers. And the main thing I want to talk about is the difference between a single line and like a triple line or multiple line dialer. There are many people who talk about dialers and they say log into your triple line dialer and just pound, 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 pound. Just hit as many people as you can, hit as many people as you can. If you've watched any of my last videos, you know that once upon a time I used a triple line dialer. Probably, and it was really as recent as probably just about 3 or 4 weeks ago. What I found with the triple line dialer is this. I started getting so much more. I started reaching so many more people that were already aggravated because if they pick up the phone at the same time, you have a couple of options when you have a multiple line dialer. Option number one is just hearing dead silence and then they'll just hang up. The other option is you can record, or there's some sort of canned recording that's already in there that'll say something like, "Oh, I got to call you back. I got to call you back. My line is busy. I got a bad connection. I can't really hear you." Something like that. And so then it hangs up on them. And then what that triple line dialer would do is it would call that person back once I was done talking to the other person that I was talking to. Then that person gets the call from the exact same number that just hung up on them, or that they answered and it didn't work, or they just didn't answer it all over again. But 9 times out of 10, when they answered, they were already irate. They already knew that you're a salesperson. You're trying to sell something, basically. And let's not get it twisted. We are trying to sell something. We're trying to sell a service. No matter how you face it down the line, you're looking for a sale. Whether you're saying I'm looking to help, or you're just asking flat out if you want them to sell something. So what I did was I switched my strategy and I started using a single line dialer again. When I first started using a dialer, I was using a single line dialer because I wasn't all that comfortable with it. It seemed like it was moving super fast. I was talking faster and doing things like that. And I also enabled a feature called the auto pause, so that after each call that somebody answered, I'd have time to take notes and do things like that. I actually went back to that. I went back to the beginning. I went back to the single line dialer and being able to take notes. And the reason why is because my main people that I call are absentee owners, and I've started calling for sale by owners again. My main question to agents out there that are using these multiple line dialers and looking to pound, pound, pound and do things like this and just call as many people as possible is, what's really the rush? I mean, in all honesty, you're going to get the same amount of people to say yes anyway. Maybe you'll reach somebody faster, yes, but they may or may not be ready to sell, and it really just depends on which lead you're calling. If you're just cold calling, straight up cold calling neighborhoods, circle prospecting or something like that, and you're not planning on calling this list over and over again or following up or doing things like that, then by all means use a triple line dialer. But if that's not your style, if that's not what you're doing, if you're very specific and very targeted, you don't need a triple line dialer. You do need a dialer because it increases your productivity very much. I can set it to call a line, let it ring 3 times, and move on to the next. No matter how you slice it, you get to on average 100 calls in an hour if you're using a single line dialer. That's great if you've got a list. My list of absentee owners is 3,600. So that gets me through right at the pace that I want to. I end up hitting people about every 60 days or so, calling them back and doing things like that. For sale by owners, I call them over and over again until I get somebody to answer, and then I set them up on a different plan in order to follow up and do things like that. So that single line dialer I've gone back to, and I found that it's made it more enjoyable. I talk to more people that don't mind talking to me because they haven't called them and hung up on them and tried to call them back again. And I also have time to take the notes. And I found that when I go back and do follow-ups, I have a better conversation with people because I'm not rushing through to do the notes, and I can just focus on the conversation. So listen, that's just me. That's what I understand about dialers. I've been using them for years, and I'm definitely of the camp of you have to prospect in order to get business. Now, if you're going to hand dial, you're not going to get to as many people as if you have a dialer, but you certainly, depending on who you're calling, you certainly don't need that multiple line or triple line dialer. Now, it'll save you some money. You can buy it and use it as an option, test it out for yourself. That happened to be what I do because I still have a triple line dialer. I just don't use it, but I have the option depending on where I want to call or what I want to do for that day. So when I'm calling my targeted list, single line, I'm getting through 100 calls in an hour. There's not that many for sale by owners out there that are actually, well, correction. There's a lot of for sale by owners that are coming up. A lot of them are selling, but at the same time, I call for sale by owners once a week and I get through those numbers that I can in that hour that I'm calling with that single line dialer just fine, having good conversations and doing the notes and making updates as I need to. And then I also do that same thing for my absentee owners now. And I get through 100 calls in an hour. So if you're calling for a couple hours, 2-3 hours a day, that's 200 calls you can make or close to it, 300 calls you can make if you want to supplement with other leads. Make it happen with that single line dialer. If you're curious, if you're looking at something, you really don't need the triple line dialer. I know it's bright. It's another one of those bright, shiny objects that are out there saying you can get this and you can get more leads faster. You're going to get leads. You're going to get more listings probably at the same speed, whether you have a single line or a triple line dialer. My recommendation, I was using Prospect Boss before. I love Prospect Boss. Love, love, love Prospect Boss. Love sales dialers. Their platform is amazing just for calling, in my opinion. When it comes to setting up campaigns and things like that, it's a lot of manual work and it's not really real estate specific. They're tailored to anybody that wants to use a dialer, come in and customize it. If you want to do a fully customized campaign, you can do text messages, you can do voice dials, you can do voicemail drops, you can do everything within Prospect Boss. They're amazing. I've recently switched over to LionDesk as my CRM, and they have an integrated dialer in there as well. I don't know what the backup is. It could be something like a sales dialers or something that they use to implement that dialer. But what I found is that for me right now, LionDesk is doing everything that I need. It gives me my real estate specific CRM. It's got specific campaigns in there for sellers, buyers, my home valuations and things like that. It also allows you to set up different plans of your own to remind me to do my follow-ups on a weekly basis. So I use LionDesk for all of that. And then it also helps me with my transaction management and everything like that as well. So, and very excited about this. They were just purchased by Lone Wolf, who basically does everything in the MLS. So eventually, what it seems like is LionDesk is going to be integrated with the MLS. You can have one login for everything. Maybe, fingers crossed, for just a smaller nominal fee or something like that with our association dues and things like that, we can get this service and be able to use it as agents and get more business. But very excited about that and glad to be kind of all in on LionDesk and just kind of learning the ropes. So those are my recommendations for dialers, CRM, whatever you want to do, you can customize it, tailor it to what you need. But that is it on this casual Wednesday. I'm very happy to share this out. If you have any questions, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, DM me. Let me know if you have any questions on anything as an agent. I will post the answer on a YouTube video here because I love to give this information out to agents, new agents, seasoned agents, brokers, whoever it may be, whoever needs that help. So look, follow me on Instagram. I got the link down below. Go ahead and follow that. You can also find my live prospecting videos on a pretty much daily basis here on YouTube with shorter clips of those sessions and shorter clips of some of these videos on Instagram as well. If you don't have the time to watch this one, because I know I got to rambling, but I would appreciate those questions. Shoot me a DM anytime. I'll check them every day. And you can always count on me to post a video here to get your question answered. Anyway, this has been your Realtor Blake. Thanks so much for watching. And let me know which dialer you choose and how much business you're getting from it. Talk to you soon.